What's good, everybody? It's Kaige-O Gaming, and we're back with some more content. What did you expect? We're back with some settlement survival, and really, we're just trying to organize our colony a little bit, figure out our food situation, which we're hoping the new acquirement of corn helps out, plus building it on a plantation, which should be better than farms. We prepared ourselves for the next animal plague so that we shouldn't lose a type of animal because it should only hit one pasture at a time. And we are also trying to train up some troops so that we can potentially take out this bandit camp. But it is continuously gaining experience, gaining HP, attack, and defense, and now pushing out better troops. So they're gonna actually come out towards us with 3 formations. I believe this is what that means. The number of, I don't believe, is units. I believe it's formations. Whether those are full formations or not, couldn't tell you. Don't know for sure. But yeah, we're tearing this down, the theater, because again, we're not sure if it stacks with the churches. But we're going to be putting another plantation in this area to make our farms even. Cut stone is full. But I know that we were having a steel problem last time. We want somebody new in here. We'll allow both of you to rest. Alright, so food, water is back under control. That's great news. Can we do anything about the tea shop? We can really just get more workers in here. I think we'll do it. I guess we'll use her for that. Timber, we were starting to catch up on for a bit. It looks like we're still struggling a bit, but I'm gonna just leave that alone, see if that raises. We now have 2 coffee orchards, so we should be okay there. We started using linen and leather, so that way we can stock up on our alpaca wool and our leather. We don't have any flax yet, but that should change after this harvest, and it looks like we get about 2,000 per harvest. All of our building materials except for steel is doing fine. We need to keep up with lamp oil now because we need it for our mines, but we have plenty in our inventory there. Ores are doing fine. Clothing, baskets and shoes need some work. But just to check, how are we doing on reed? Not the greatest, and we have 3 farms at the moment. Let's put another person here. And the only thing we can do to upgrade these reed farms is using baskets. Tools are good. Fuel is getting hit a little hard, but we have a good amount of paper and a good amount of medicinal powder. Now, we were thinking about getting some herb farms. Compost plants give upgrades to what? I don't know if these apply to the nursery or not. Providing a 50% production buff for agricultural structures within the range. Does that apply to nurseries? I would assume yes. And then I'm assuming fodder helps with the corrals. I don't think anything necessarily helps with the fishing pond. How's that doing? 520 halfway through the year, so we might be able to get 1,000 out of that. And then we need fodder to increase their output. Fodder and rope. I'm hoping that we can get a good supply of our fertilizer, because we have quite a few pastures now, which should help with our dung. 0 fertilizer right now. We only have 2 workers in each. Get a 3rd in each. Fertilizer's 85%, only 37. This one's 100. 0%. So it's definitely very sporadic. So try and get that a little more consistently. We have a ton of laborers. Let's make sure we're still gathering all of our plants. We have a wild beast event in about 6 months. 5 and 1. So we're close to being able to get another formation. We're running low on fuel though. You're making fuel, right? You are. Need gear in order to make or upgrade the efficiency there, and we need steel tools and steel, but we also need to unlock the recipe for gears. I'd like to see how this harvest does. We can get another plantation down, but I don't think we're going to be able to make use of it this year. We haven't built our fodder building back yet. We'll get that shortly. Speed things up. Our inventory is filling up nicely over here. Looks like the only thing we're missing is steel. And that's it. Just the steel. So these buildings should be nice and efficient for us. How are we doing on ore? We're doing fine. So let's go ahead and boost these up to 1,000 output. We're producing silver. Anything we want to look into at the moment. We do need some more tech points. But we need steel in order to upgrade those. So maybe it's just time to get another smelter. Smelter. We can fit you on the back of these houses. You're out of steel for the building kits. We'll put you up here by the crematorium for now. I'd rather fill this area with something else to where we don't have too much room left. 77 citizens want new housing. That is quite a lot. Kind of running out of space over here unless we expand this wall some more. Don't really want to worry about that at the moment. Could put some more houses down here. Don't think we necessarily need it. And that's going to be in range of our forester's hut. We're probably going to tear down this area eventually for more pastures. Maverick, quit messing with the green screen. Oh. Cats are going to fight for a little bit, I guess. Whatever. They're in a hyper mood. Kinda tempted just to build another market somewhere. Because we need the building kits to upgrade the housing, which is on pause for the time being. Only other upgrade we could get is reinforcement, which I don't really care too much about. And then we also need a toolkit, and that just reduces the materials consumed for production. Only effective for raw materials that reach 5 or more numbers in recipes, so that would only cut the iron down by 1. So I don't really think that upgrade is worth it either. So nothing more we can get in the smelters. Let's just keep going with corn. See how that works for us. We'll also increase our work efficiency on the plantations. Feel like that's worth it to do. Kinda on pause for the moment until we can get this smelter going. You are hungry and you're injured. Is there somewhere that we want to get another clinic? Happiness does seem like it's hurting more than it was, so maybe that theater was helping. This chapel. So we need something in this area for happiness. These areas are pretty set. So just for the time being, we don't need to make costumes anymore. So start making down jackets. They're gonna use feather and linen, which should be okay. 2 people on that. Can't really do any of the upgrades. And just for the time being, to get some boosted happiness in this area, we'll get a church. We're gonna end up tearing that down eventually, just to reorganize everything. So we'll have to figure out a place to put our clinics and chapels. Still don't get any range on these farms, but maybe we'll eventually expand our colony up here. Really just the bandit camp that worries me. Alright, so we have 4 people, 8 people, 1 person, and 5. So 10, we have 18 troops at the moment. 5 and 2. Once this guy completes, we can get another shield formation. Let's go ahead and speed things up for a little bit. Should be able to afford this upgrade and this one. Let's just try and push out steel. We'll max you out at 1,000. We also need to be gathering plants. What was your output like? You're still harvesting and you're at 980. So you should get us about 2,000 food. Is this showing? No, it's not. Okay. Good there. We're at 2,400. We still got some food to harvest. The soybean is taking a little longer. It might be worth to get them an upgrade. Our caravan has about 150 days left, and that's gonna bring us another 6,500. I'm not gonna worry too much about getting the herbs. We could try and go for another animal though. Could do cattle. 22,000. 22,000 is gonna be the cheapest animal that there is. Horses and donkeys are gonna be 45k. Idle chickens are nearly 3 million. Rabbits are 30,000. But that just produces Easter eggs. So that's like an event. We could get cotton. That's only gonna be 10k for us. That'll open up some things for us. Let's go ahead and do that. Order the cotton seeds. Gonna leave us with 5,500 left. We do have enough for another formation, but we need domestic fuel. I don't want to use the medicinal powder. We'll just keep you paused. You are still getting harvested. Let's speed things up for a little bit. Organized bag, warm fire, HP. Okay, that's cool. We can upgrade the health points of our troops by making weapons. Let's go ahead and dismiss you. Order ships coming in with our cotton. We could do a marquee out here. I just don't really want people living in them. Alright, new seed acquired. This is going to open some things up for us. Question is where do we want to put you? Another 10 by 8 up here. And then we'll have to build a second textile mill. They can make cotton cloth. You need special medicine to upgrade your service range. Got a third tech point that we can spend. How's steel doing at this moment? We're up to 50. We're finished making building kits too, so we should be stockpiling that pretty nicely here in a minute. How are we doing with the down jackets? Made 40 so far. We are using quite a bit of our linen. You had a 2240 harvest. Nearly as much as this farm up here. I wonder if they got everything harvested. We're gonna have to pay attention to that and see if we are gonna need a third worker. I just want to do a quick scan. It looks like people are only dying of old age at this point. So we're looking good there. We have cremated 206 people. A lot of people. We're out of herbs. Gather more plants. Alright, you guys are walking through there. Just trying to pay attention to see if anybody freezes to death this winter. I know we have some buildings that are pretty far out there. But now that we're finally starting to get down jackets, that should help us out. Happiness is back up to about 70%. Hoping that that church is helping. You guys are gonna do cotton. How are tools doing? We're at about 500 iron tools. Looks like our iron ore is keeping up nicely though. Alright, the beasts are now intruding. Where are they coming from? Looks like only one again. So we'll get the solo, the 4. Try out these shieldmen. I don't think these guys are gonna get there in time, but we'll send them just in case. We can still train up another troop if we want, but we are low on domestic fuel. But it looks like, oh no. Oh no. We actually have 2 tigers coming in. From 2 different sides. Can we get people in here? I don't know exactly where they're gonna be going towards. But let's get towers on the directions that they're coming from. Hoping you don't go after this forester's hut and keep moving this way. No, you're not. You're gonna be obnoxious. How about this one? What is this one doing? You look like you're leaning more towards this left side. We need to wait for our fuel to stock up. Actually, we can go ahead and make this now. So let's get another shield formation going. We don't necessarily want you guys to be the first to engage, so head towards the back. Maybe he'll start attacking the building first. Are you guys... You're just gonna run past each other. You're getting close. You're super close. Let's see what this tiger goes after. I don't think you can hit him because you're on the wall. Can we move you back a bit? Tiger has done some damage. He's attacking our apiary, but our troops... Really just our solo troop that is hitting him right now. And he's about to attack our building and then turn. The tiger took out this entire unit. Oh, he's got 2,700 health. One of you guys are resting. We only have 1 person in the tower. This tiger was taken care of. Our shieldmen took no damage. We actually lost 0 troops over here. Rebuild this apiary. We've lost 1 laborer and 1 formation. You guys are now both resting. I don't know if we did enough damage in order to take them out. We can turn this tower off and this tower. Go ahead and turn this one off. They did destroy our forester's hut. Single formation. 4. Shields are still full. Pull you down here for the moment. I think this beast is running, which is great news. It'd be nice if the beast went after the bandit camp. That would be pretty great. We're actually full on fertilizer. Boost you to 750 for the moment. You guys are still forming. You might go into the range of the bandit camp. You guys shoot it at all? Honestly, I kind of hope they don't shoot it, because then the supplies are gonna go or drop here, and the arrow towers are just gonna kill our citizens. So that's actually good. Not look like the arrow tower finished him off. He should go off the map. But we should have got some nice loot from this tiger down here. I'm assuming that we took him out. Can't see if he dropped any materials. What are you carrying? Oh, you're carrying meat chop, so we definitely did take that one out. Perfect. I don't think that was all too bad. And that's gonna be it for hostile events for as long as we can see on our timeline. Successfully paid all combatants. I'm be real with y'all. You guys didn't deserve to be paid. Didn't deserve it. Alright, one reservist. You guys are both training up. I'd like to get one more shield formation. If we can have 3 full shield formations. I still don't know if that's enough. That makes me a little nervous to try and take that out. Do we have enough time to destroy these farms and build a plantation? Because I'd like to get more plantations in before the next season. We do seem to be doing better on food. Granted, we did pick up some of that meat chop. 820 ink. That's using a bunch of our coal, though. And we're kind of hurting on fuel, so I'm gonna not do that. We're full on ink, so coal should get some alleviation. We'll just put 10 people in there. We got the laborers for it. About 30 days till our caravan arrives. We can already see them coming in. Shield formation is here. Let's keep you guys over here for now. Keep you with the spears. This spear formation, since it's only one person, can go down here. You need 3 people. Or 4 people. You need to get beeswax. We'll put 3 people in here. Kind of waiting for the day where we can just consistently keep people in our arrow towers. That would be a good day. Let's make sure we get our plantation here. Wood is catching up. Good news. Kinda like to add an additional worker to the rough clothes. Let's do that. And then you guys can go back to using these items, because we're gonna use all of our linen here soon, aren't we? We're keeping pretty good pace with it for the moment. Try and hurry up and get you built. You are in the building stages now. How's steel doing? We're catching up on it. Certainly catching up on it. Feel like we should start building some more roads here. But we definitely need to be gathering plants. That is a certainty. You're doing okay still. We could just get gatherers huts in these areas. I mean, we have the workers for here, instead of trying to manually do it all the time. I think we'll leave it for the moment. You are going to get soybeans. 37% is affected by the fertile soil. Should have cotton going this season. And we'll see what the difference is now that we have 3 plantations. I believe last season we just had the 1. Yeah, because you didn't get to grow anything yet. Even with 3 people, still not keeping up with coffee. Seven people injured. Nobody has tracheitis at the moment, which is a good sign. We can go ahead and form another caravan, which we were working on Lorenzo? No, Meow. And just from that, we got 67 because we sold some good value goods to her. Let's go 250 sand, 250 clay. Feathers, 150. Paper, 200. Gonna be nearly 3K. Then 12 people out. Pay for insurance. Ooh, this is actually gonna be more money than we were expecting. Perfect. It's only 3K, but it's better than nothing. How is the mint doing? 2,000 last year in silver coins. We're not stocking up too heavily on silver ore, so I don't think we need another mint quite yet. Go ahead and zoom in on our farmland for a little bit. Go ahead and hide that. See what our colonists have been up to. We haven't zoomed in a little while, I feel like. Not since we've had the nighttime going on. That person has a wheelbarrow. It'd be cool if they added more cosmetics to the people. Like if you actually saw them carrying the baskets, or if somehow you put the tools on their belts. If we started getting backpacks or hand carts, if they started carrying them around. That'd be a cool little addition. I also wish the insides of buildings were actually like furnished. I feel like that would be a lot of work to do, but if you zoom into a building, they're just kind of empty spaces. Output of gathering structures plus 10%. We have to change you. Farm yield. Or we can get tobacco. We are trying to replace everything with plantations, but we do have quite a few farms still. So I think we're gonna go with that. Just to help out our food situation for the time being. And then we just let it play out for a minute. Colton, the edict clerk, was struck by lightning when picking mushrooms under. Under what? Under what? Successfully paid all combatant salaries. Where do we still have a tower going? We have this one going. How are our books doing? We still have 5 for sewing techniques. Are there more schools that we can put the quality food in? You have it, you have it, you have it. You have sewing techniques, but we're moving to down jackets. Let's add quality food to this one, and quality food to this one. I don't know if you can remove textbooks. You can. Alright, we have a 4th tech point. Go ahead and gather these plants while we're staring at this area. Fertility rate needs to improve. So we need to upgrade our housing when we get the chance. Need to boost happiness and health. We need a better diet. Building buffs. Would that be upgrades for the house? So like here we can get cats or dogs, relieving 5% of residents' stress. I'm not sure if that's what that is. Or unless there's specific buildings in the tech tree that allow us to do that. The garden villas use a bunch of stuff that we don't have access to yet. We could make a luxury apartment. Each family inside can have a child. Senior housing would free up quite a bit of space, but that uses a bunch of building kits. I'd rather wait until we stock up on more steel first. Let's start getting some more books. Proper rest, wild vegetables and mushrooms, and water sanitation. Let's see what these are. Maximum health, maximum thirst, and maximum hunger. Okay, those could be decent. Looks like it gives us one of each. So let's go ahead and do that. Proper rest. And what about water sanitation? Where's that book? There it is. Go ahead and put that in here. Make use of those. And the next one, unlock the remodel option, enrich courses for school type structures. The number of available textbooks increases by 1. You can also obtain the book Mechanical Principles. What is that? The possibility of gaining additional tech XP while working. That one's pretty good. Deal, how are you doing? We're up to 246. I would like to get more XP going, so let's go ahead and upgrade this building. You guys are all using paper. We need to keep an eye on our harvest this season. Bandit raids coming soon. But we need to see if we need to put any gardening hose or iron tools on these plantations or farms. Oh yeah, their output definitely increased. So these are 27. I believe on the farms before they were only 22. It does look like it helps with our plantations as well. Rough clothes lasting longer. It's only 100 coins, but we're moving to down jackets. How are we doing on linen? We are out. I'm gonna actually take you off of linen because we need to use linen for our down jackets. We don't need to, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. If we keep using feathers in here, that's great. Can't use feathers for rough clothes though. Luxury coats need silk. This is also where we make the backpacks, and we only need cotton cloth for that. So if we stock up nicely on some cotton, and then add another textile mill and start getting cotton cloth, we can start pushing out backpacks. And then hopefully that'll allow us to stack up on baskets, which, as you guys have seen, are used for quite a few upgrades for our harvesting or gathering buildings. Alright, it's about to go into fall. These corn plantations haven't really been touched, but you guys already have the iron tools in them. We might need to add third workers in here, which we can afford. Let's just do that right now. Sorry, immigrants, we're gonna have to deny you. We have plenty of laborers, and we don't need more mouths to feed. I don't know why they go to different places. Like, sometimes they'll stop down here somewhere. This time they stopped over here. Weird. Weird that's not consistent. And it's not like a specific building that they go to either. Makes it more weird. Maybe it is the storage yards that they go to. I always thought that they went to your original marketplace. That's what I remember. But maybe they were going to the original durable store yard that you get right here next to your market to start things off. Alright, this harvest is going. We nearly had 3K right here, which I believe was about somewhere between 300 and 500 more than what that farm was giving us. This farm is about nearly 2,500, so it's not too much greater than this. But also, the building takes up room. So yes, this plantation is an 8x10 building, but the whole 8x10 is not the crop. It's more of a 6x10, because I think this building is too high. So with less farming space, it's still getting more than what the farms are giving us. I'm just happy that even though this says farm yield, it also affects our plantations. Because I was worried about not being able to go ahead and replace these. What do we need to build these again? Glass, planks, and brick. Planks we're doing fine. Glass and bricks we're doing fine. So now that this one's done harvesting, let's go ahead and get another plantation down. We look like we are doing pretty well on food though. Specifically oats, corn, soybeans, and peas. Fishing got 1050 output last year, which is more than these fishermen and uses half as many workers. That's great news. I don't think we're getting enough meat to worry about a butcher shop yet, but we could potentially worry about making veggie salads here soon. It doesn't look like it uses beans or corn, so we're gonna have to rely on our pumpkins, our tomatoes, and then also the wild vegetables we get, like mushrooms, onions, wild vegetables specifically. So we need some upgrades in these crops, because we're going through our tomatoes and pumpkins rather quickly. Go ahead and get this plantation down. These trees are kind of bothering me a bit, being in between our farms. Don't really need the extra wood, more just for aesthetic purposes. And let's zoom in over here. We haven't zoomed in over here this episode yet. Supplies seem to be doing well. Water has skyrocketed. We're even getting beer at this point. Food is doing pretty good. Timber and all of this is doing pretty well. Got our first harvest of cotton, which only seems to be 580. So I highly doubt we got a full harvest from here. So let's go ahead and put a third worker. Making sure that we're getting full harvest from these. Construction materials looking bueno. And probably even afford to upgrade a few more of our houses. So let's do that. We'll upgrade another 2 just for now. We have a bunch of houses. We have 155 more to upgrade. We do have another tech point that we could spend. Is there anything specifically that we want to get? We could get watchtowers going. I don't know what the difference of these are from our regular towers. Bell towers and ovens could be nice, making at the advanced smithy. We'd have to get another advanced smithy down. But that would increase the range of our chapels. And then ovens. Where are ovens used? That's brick. Is that like food processing maybe? Yes. Improving its work efficiency by 10%. I believe there's other buildings that use ovens as well. So we'll have to look at those. Maybe it is just food processing though. Brick roads, which are better than stone roads. Iron weapons. How do we make steel weapons? This is military supplies. Fishing port can produce blubber, seal fur, or lobsters. Okay. Not gonna worry about the fodder quite yet. We'll probably start working on that next episode. Could do salt. We kind of need more fish and meat for that though. Can process fish or meat chop and salt into salted meat or salted fish. Start thinking about the backpacks here soon. Delivery stations. Kinda like to make more use of our supply terminals for the moment. You were getting more soybeans for us. Okay. Caravan has about 30 days left. We're at 13,000 silver. Building kits are full, even with these 2 upgrades, but that's because we haven't deconstructed them yet. 97 citizens want new houses. I don't know what to tell y'all. Y'all gonna have to deal for the moment. Colony is up to 540 people. That's a lot of people. I think we just let things play out for a little bit. Probably get another tea shop. What else can you make? Black tea and cocoa. That improves health. Let's go ahead and get another tea shop down. Might get another fish pond as well. Just do it now. Now we do need to make sure that we're keeping room for our compost. For when we eventually want to get those in. You guys are gonna overlap a bit. Right there would be an ideal spot. I also believe this is where it would line up. Really only gonna affect the orchards right now, but if we're getting another tea shop, we kind of need that. But we need those to be groves first, actually. Because the orchards don't benefit. They do benefit from the area bonus, but they don't benefit from using fertilizer. We are eventually going to have to move all these buildings, which means we might end up moving the marketplace. If we move the marketplace, I don't know what that does for the houses that we already have in the area. So I am a little hesitant to do that. We'll have to see. But honestly, this veg processing plant can go for now. We'll rebuild you if we need to. You're gonna make coffee for us. I do know that they're facing the opposite direction, but whatever. You have 3 reservists. You also have 3. So once these 2 people finish training, we can go ahead and get a 3rd shield formation. We have 8 and 4, so we have 12 troops there. And then this should be 8 and 1, right? Yes, so we have another 9. So we only have 21 troops. With that, we'll have 29. Still unsure if that is enough for taking on the bandit camp. Those bandit camps are scary, y'all. Bandit camps are scary. But we need to take it out before it levels up too much. Because if not, it'll most certainly become a problem. It's already becoming a problem. They're getting a little difficult. Alright, sowing season has officially started. We're working the crops. These houses got built. It was at 5.25% last time, I want to say, and now it went up to 5.38 for our housing stress, I think. Everything is stored in the supply terminal that we needed. More people got buried in the tombstone. So I guess it is just good to have an extra tombstone going, or an extra graveyard, just in case for whatever reason we can't cremate. Still not really sure what causes that. Caravan has come back home. Meow is at 97%. It went up another 30. Iron tools we have a pretty good stock of at the moment. Let's go 250 here. 200 clay. 200 sand. And 300 feathers. It's another 4,300 for us. Another 12. Buy the insurance. And send them on out. Still have 37 people to work with. She's at 80%. And then we can go ahead and get another formation. Ugh. Textiles seem to be doing okay. We're still pretty low on reed. We are not keeping up with baskets or shoes at all. So it'd be nice to get another advanced tailor. Most of our warehouses are starting to level up. I had to spray the cats with water. They were starting to box it out again. Can't be having that. Might be time to start building some more warehouses for ourselves. Somehow we were at nearly 10,000 food and we went through it all. Thankfully we're having another harvest, so I think we need some more plantations before food gets balanced out. Bandit raid's happening in about 4 or 5 months. So next season we'll get some oats going, because we need to keep up with production for that in order to get our beer. And then also once we really start using our flour and malt. But if we're gonna put farms on this side and move over our pastures, we're gonna have to rearrange this whole area. I like how our farms are coming out. We want to make sure that we leave room for our compost plants and also storage in these areas. But I like how these are turning out, this area. Like, this whole area I'm pretty happy with. Everywhere else, not happy with. We could get some bell towers. Again, nothing really stands out to me too much. And I'd rather spend the money on seeds and new animals. We're still storing stuff here, like if we really needed it. Like this reed, we can put that into the stockpile. We have 300 timber in here. Put that in the stockpile. How's our fat doing? That is food materials. Fat, we're doing perfectly fine. Same thing with clay. Don't need to send that back. You guys are missing some items and are at 64%. So we'll hold off on adding any more items into there. Another new tech point. 75% reduction in demolition times. I guess we'll take that. That's not a huge deal at the moment. Steel, cut stone, and glass. And then we can get archery camps. I think we go for that. Because I would actually like to get this archery camp going. And keep upgrading our troops and keep getting better troops. We'll keep expanding our military stuff this way for the time being. Again, once we move these pastures over and stuff, we might have to think about rearranging this stuff. For the time being, I'm okay with it. Your range seems just a little bit bigger than what the towers are. We can't see your stats. I think we're gonna hold off on watchtowers. Before we do that, I think we need to get some outer walls, like, seriously, legitimately established and start actually making a border around our territory. Just with all of our reorganizing that we're trying to do, it's kind of hard to place up walls, because even right here, we're gonna keep expanding our housing. We can't really, like, we've already had to tear this wall down once or twice. Don't really want to do it a third time. We are able to train up another shield camp, or a shield formation. Let's go ahead and do that. Get those forming up before this bandit raid comes in. That'll put us at 29 troops. With that being said, we should probably start heading on over with our troops. Get ready to defend against these bandits. We're gonna keep one shield formation over here, as we've seen that they like to come on both sides of the mountains now. We'll fill up these arrow towers with workers, and then once this shield formation gets recruited, go ahead and bring them on over. We do have 11 people injured, which I feel like is quite a few. Might need to start thinking about a 4th clinic somewhere. Really the only range we're not getting it in is this area. That could be really useful for us. Let me just pause things real quick. Should be services, clinic. So we could fit a clinic back here just for the time being. I mean, realistically, it's not a great spot at all. But just to get those bonuses and to help out with reducing our injured numbers, speed up treatment, go ahead and put it there. But before we get attacked from this bandit raid and the bandit camp, see how many formations come in, whether or not they're full formations or not, we're gonna go ahead and end the episode here. As always, me and Houston appreciate you guys for stopping by. We hope to see you in the next episode. Until then, peace out, y'all.